Hello everyone! Today we're playing the demo for Syder Arcade, a project on Steam Greenlight, a space side-scrolling shooter which bills itself as a love letter to the old arcade shooters and shooters on the Amiga. Most of the campaign is locked off to us. We only have the first mission available since it is the demo. And there are 3 ships available to choose from, but we only get to choose one. Again, it is the demo. So we can only pick the Dart, which is good and average. The Wasp and the Mule seem to specialize in either speed or armor. It looks like we get the all-around ship, which is probably for the best. This is a game that, on the Greenlight page, prides itself on its difficulty. It says it's not an easy game. So, good-looking polygonal graphics. Looks nice, looks colorful. The 2D art for the characters looks pretty good as well. Yeah, who cares about orders? But let's fight the enemy. Who cares if we were told not to engage? Alright. So, looking at the game straight away, the first thing I thought of was Defender, because you have this very wide horizontal playfield. Your ship can turn around. You have a map in the upper right hand corner which shows where you are and where all the enemies are. But then you also have things like this, strings of enemies, Gradius style. You kill them all, and the last one you kill leaves a power-up. So it seems to be sort of a combination of the 2 styles of shooters. Most of the things on the screen or on the map are mines. Oh, but we did power up our super shot, so I might as well use it on this guy. Just basically do a Shinku Hadouken in space. I would not describe this game as a bullet hell, at least not yet. There do get to be a lot of bullets on the screen, but what hit me? But I think that it's very different from a bullet hell, where it doesn't get to the point where the screen is covered with patterns of bullets, which is sort of the trademark of a bullet hell. This game seems to be emulating more of an old style of space shooter. I have lost some health. You don't die from one hit. You do have a health meter. However, every time I get a power-up, I do get some health back regardless of what the power-up does. And that is sort of, I think, the basis of the risk-reward system in this game. That you will constantly want to destroy strings of enemies to get the power-up, so you can keep constantly replenishing your health, as you will get hit every now and then. Could not avoid that one. I'm playing the game right now with a 360 gamepad. Works fine. Controls feel good. Feels good to play.
Warning, incoming.
Oh, okay, here's the boss of the level, this big gunship. Fortunately, we do have a super beam ready to go for him. Like I said before, very sharp-looking game. I do really like the presentation, the look, the music of the whole thing. Backing up into these mines. Does seem to be some kind of story. So many missiles. Does seem to be some kind of story to the game, but don't know just how much story it might have since we are only playing the demo. I don't think the full game exists. I died. Wait, so you actually can die in the first level. I don't know if a full game actually exists yet, or if this is still in development. I think it said this was still in development. I have a hyper beam ready, but I kind of need to get in the clear to use it. Alright.
Special weapon charged.
Almost.
Primary weapon.
There we go. Alright. And just clean up the rest of these and we're done.
Charged. Mission accomplished.
And throughout the course of the mission, you do get a variety of point and bonuses. I don't know if you call them achievements, but little things that just up your score a little bit at the end. I'm playing an arcade difficulty, which automatically doubles my score. There are a few different difficulty levels. And, oh. Okay, so once you beat the first mission, you get a credits roll. I don't know if it's really necessary to put a full credits roll after just the one mission, but I guess if you want to see who's responsible for the game, they may make sure that you see it. Actually, this credit roll goes on for kind of a while, so let's just skip that. So that's the campaign, the first mission of the campaign that we have access to. But I think probably, from what I've seen, the meat of the game looks like it's meant to be survival, since the point of the game is to be very difficult, and survival is much harder than the campaign mission, which we'll see right now. Survival, exactly what it sounds like. Survive as long as you can. Against infinite forces. Looks like there's more than one survival mode, but this is the only mission that we have in survival for the demo. Enemies are a bit different from what we were fighting in the campaign. Most of those red dots on the map are mines, which are slowly heading towards us. And then, yeah, if you look at the map, you can see enemies will just spawn in, usually in the middle of the map. So that's where we want to stay.
Special weapon charged.
Oh, look at this fancy guy with his insectoid-looking ship with purple and black zebra stripes. It is stylish, but we do have to destroy it anyway.
Primary weapon.
Yeah, most of the ships in this survival seem to have some kind of insectoid theme going on. A pretty neat thing, though, I think, is that it looks like that enemy shots can hurt other enemies, as well as if you explode mines, that hurts enemies as well. So if you can get into a situation where there's a lot of shots
Side shot.
hitting other enemies, or if you can blow up mines in the middle of a group, then that can work out very well for you.
Speed.
The whole this whole package just seems very polished. as I'm playing it. Like I said, feels good to play, nice responsive controls. You know, if I die, it feels like it's my fault, not the fault of the game. I don't feel like I have any issues in terms of dodging shots. That's the game's fault or anything. Okay, things are starting to get a little bit serious now. Game runs very smoothly. I'm running it on maximum detail settings, and no problem at all. Oh yeah, they weren't kidding about incoming. Looking at the map, I can see that there's some big red spots coming in from the left.
Special weapon charged.
My main focus, I think, are going to be on the small enemies to try to kill as many as I can to get power-ups to try to replenish my health. As well as probably going to shoot these mines to hope to get lucky and maybe, that's different. Maybe I'll get lucky and have some mines blow up in the middle of some enemies and do some damage.
Special weapon charged. Damage critical.
Things not looking so good right now, though. Yeah, I died. It looked like a boss was coming in. I saw a health meter. But I died before we could get to that. And when you die in survival mode, of course, you have to start all over again from the beginning. I don't know what any of these point bonuses mean. There doesn't seem to be an explanation. But they're there. Well, since this is meant to be a love letter to old arcade shooters, there's only one name that's appropriate. Sure. Let's post that online. I've posted a few scores so far. My best was that 93,000 score. So I've been trying this a few times, not just for the video, but because it actually is pretty fun. I mean, it's simple. You can see that by watching it. It's just a side-scroller, shoot 'em up. But like I said, it's not trying to do too much different, but what it does very well. It looks really good, it plays very well. Simple, but easy to get the hang of, but then you, of course, you get something like what you saw with Survival, where you slowly get more and more overwhelmed by waves of enemies. Yeah, just like the way it looks and sounds and plays. So, nothing really out of the ordinary about Syder Arcade. I mean, you've seen games like this before. It's a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing strange, nothing unusual, but it just a really well put-together package, it looks like, and it does what it's trying to do really well. So, I mean, if you're in the mood for something like that, Syder Arcade does seem to do a very good job of it. It's up on Steam Greenlight, and it would be interesting to see what the full version of this game is like at Syder Arcade.